most of the people I know, we like discussing the topics of other people's lives. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just so interesting discussing lives and situations of other people, especially when situations could be handled differently. And if it's a popular topic, you know what I mean? Don't just believe everything you see on the internet just because it has a whole bunch of likes, a whole bunch of views, okay? There's also the factor of, and this may just be me, the issues that I have with social media. When it comes to people sharing their thoughts about relationships and dating, there are a lot of posts that go viral and be mad wrong. Just wrong. So many posts about love, dating, relationships that be giving y'all advice or ways of thinking. Mind you, this is from people who don't have successful relationships. And just because someone is married or in a relationship does not mean they have a great relationship. I mean, look at Will and Jada. No offense to them, but I remember so many of us put them on a pedestal. Not me, because I don't know them. But so many of us put them on a pedestal. And then all that information came out. I swear, we need to stop putting celebrities on pedestals. They are just regular people. I don't know what it is about overhyping people who have influence, I guess, or like people who can sing or who can rap or who can act or who can dance. Just because you have a talent don't mean you make good choices in life. It is absolutely mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. I should have looked way more presentable when I made this video. But anyways, like I was saying though, so many people hop on social media, share their thought processes about dating, friendships. We gonna come back to that. But relationships. And so many of y'all will like these posts because y'all feel like it validates what you feel. There's nothing wrong with feeling the way that you feel. However, sometimes the thought processes are not exactly correct when it comes to how you handle relationships. A lot of people think selfishly because they've been single for so long. Understandable. And it's something you have to learn as you date somebody that you like. How can I how can I compromise? It's not always about gimme what I need. It's about what we can do together, how we can grow together as a couple, how we can grow on our own as well as together as we navigate life. Bro, it's very frustrating. Into friendships, I have seen the entitlement. Social media is such a dangerous place when it comes to anything, because so many people think friendships are supposed to be a certain way, or they'll be comparing their friendships. Somebody has a relationship with their friend on social media, and they'll be sharing what their friend did for them, what nice gesture their friend did for them. And then the person who's watching it is like, well, why don't I have friends like that? Why don't my friends do that for me? Why don't my friends treat me like that? How do you treat your friends? What type of person are you? What type of person are your friends? It's just an entitlement where people will compare their situation to people on social media, and you don't know the background. You don't know what type of people these people are. Have you reflected on yourself and how you treat people? It's just so many levels where people want the same as what they see on social media, but they're not looking at all the variables. They just think about me, what I'm not getting, what I'm not receiving. And it's more than that. There are layers. It's just like when it comes to relationships. Valentine's Day is coming up, bro. And every year it never fails. People are comparing. People are showing out, showing off. This is what my man did for me on Valentine's Day.
This is what he did. He did the rose petals. He got me this big bouquet of flowers. He gave me this big stack of money.
And then you have regular everyday people. They're looking at this, and then they're looking at their men and comparing themselves to social media.
Why aren't you giving me a big stack of money?
Babe, I got debt. I'm working 3 jobs trying to make ends meet. I don't have the resources to just be giving you $20K in bills.
People comparing themselves to influencers, not realizing a lot of these influencers, the Valentine's Day gifts that they get, the gifts in general that they get, They potentially didn't buy that with their own money. Or they might have got it from PR, from a brand, or as something for a sponsorship. Or, the fact that because they're influencing, they're getting paid, so they had the money to do so. Social media is curated a lot of times. And a lot of people don't realize how damaging it can be. It's just really unfortunate to think about how horrible social media can be with the mindsets of people. Because I'll even take me, younger me, because now that I'm older, I've learned, assessed, analyzed things, and obviously that happened with time. Because when I was younger, I did used to compare situations. I won't say I compared relationships to that degree. It was more so me just comparing, like, oh, I see all these people posting their Valentine's Day pictures or posting what they received on Valentine's Day, and I don't have that. That's what I would be thinking about. However, sometimes you may feel like that, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. These couples could be very unhappy. These couples could be yelling at each other every day. These couples could be faking it for social media. Some of these people may not even be in a relationship. They just buying stuff to make it seem like their man gave them something. They don't even have a man. I'm just saying, I've seen people do it, bro. I have. It's really unfortunate because I do believe that social media makes a lot of people depressed. It's the comparison, it's the seeing something of what other people are doing and realizing your life isn't similar, the body goals of it all. There are so many fitness, health influencers where they will be selling you these teas and these workout DVDs and these workout services and telling you to go follow their workout routines. But did they share how they got plastic surgery? Did they share that they are doing, the GLP shots to help them lose weight? Did they share this information? Some of them do, which good thing that they are being honest, but a lot don't. And they're leading people to believe that they can do the same thing too when they had help. They got surgery, they had the GLP shot, they had things to help them. When I tell you, social media is curated. It is. It's just not everything that you see is real. Do your research. People talk about taking specific supplements and stuff, and a lot of people aren't doing their research. A lot of people don't know if they are even capable where they should be taking those things. You might not even know you alerted to something. Bro, literally yesterday, scrolling on Facebook, I forgot what group it was in. This woman was sharing how she was taking these specific vitamins and noticed her skin started itching, but she continued to take the vitamins. Babe, your skin is itching? That's an allergic reaction. Again, a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people just believe that something is good because so many other people say it's good. So many other people are trying it. Also, the factor that this is one of the things that I don't like about people doing reviews online. You need to share a little bit of what you was doing before you started taking certain supplements or your experience beforehand, because sometimes people will say like, oh, this really helped me, and it could be other factors at play.
Like, oh, I'm taking this supplement to help me sleep.
Okay, is that the only thing you changed? Or did you change your diet? Are you drinking more water? Are you working out earlier? Did you change the time in which you don't use tech anymore? Did the seasons change? Because sometimes the winter weather impacts your sleeping schedule. It's just so much. So much.
So much and not enough.
I don't know. I just really wanted to go on a little rant. This is long. Because so many people listen to social media blindly, follow what they see blindly, and now we got artificial intelligence being a thing where people can misconstrue what we say, misrepresent us. There needs to be more of a check on those. Like, say that this is generated by AI or something. Oh, that's another thing. I remember I fell for some misinformation a few years back. When you fall for something and then you realize it's wrong, depending on the type of person you are, it may get you to start thinking. I remember a couple of years ago, I was on TikTok scrolling, and there kept be in these videos of, I don't know if it was Disneyland or Disney World, but the castle, they kept showing that it was on fire. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what is going on? Who did that? Artificial intelligence. Someone made it, and I think they ended up getting in trouble, actually. That's when I realized, I think that was like the first artificial video I saw where I was like, this is crazy, because it's so believable how some of it looks, how it's edited. That was when I really was like, you know, you gotta be mindful of social media. You really do, because
Stuff weird.
People weird. People do a lot of stuff for clout, for clicks. They might not like somebody on the internet. They want to get you on their side. They want to start the propaganda of certain things. And you really got to be mindful on social media. You got to do your research. You got to really assess things. Because I know me now I Google stuff. Like if I see something, I'm like, let me Google. Because I might be, because sometimes I'll be telling my husband something and he like, what are you talking about? And then I'll be like, you know what, let me Google it. And I have to come back to him and I'm like, you know what, I was wrong. That's a lie. Somebody lied to me on the internet. I really got to start checking. So that's what I do now. Like I really have to go back. And sometimes I'll even say it, like if I said something that was misinformation, you should go back and check and go back and say, you know what, that was a lie. I saw something, I thought it was true, and then when I went to go back and fact check it, I should have did that before I said that. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with apologizing, you know what I mean, for spreading misinformation, but double check. You know what, fact check, because a lot of us are thinking we know what's going on and we're just hearing hearsay or seeing fake videos, people sharing misinformation about health, about how to make money. Man, that's another one. People be talking about doing all these different things. What is it? Doing trading with stocks and stuff. They don't know what they, well, some people don't know what they're doing. Be mindful, okay? Don't believe everything that you see on the internet. Do your own research. Really look. Don't just look at the first thing you see. Deep dive sometimes, because everything ain't what it seems. You know what I'm saying? And someone can tell you something, but is it fact though? Is it fact? Look it up. We got to get back to the times of, if you went to college, we had to fact check. We had to use references. And sometimes you really need to go and figure out who the reference is, because not everything is truth. Some people just be saying stuff. They don't know what they're talking about. They learned something from somebody else. They don't know what they're talking about, but they didn't learn it from like the source, the scientists, the doctors, okay? And I just wanted to share that. Also, it can be hard scrolling through social media, seeing the way people are doing their lives, handling their lives, when your life may not be exactly what you thought it was going to be, or you start comparing yourself. But listen, everyone has their own journey. Everyone is not the same. Everyone's movement in life is not the same, and that's okay. Just be careful about how you compare yourself and your situation to these people online, because you don't know. A lot of people are faking it. A lot of people are not being honest about their situations. Or a lot of those people may not be the best people either. There are a lot of factors that go into the way people represent themselves on social media and the way their lives unfold. They only share with you so much information. They don't share with you the whole story. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know. It's just a pet peeve, the misinformation thing, and how people willingly believe it, will not do research. Feel free to check out my vlogs. I guess this was a more serious video, because normally I'd be joking, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and be mindful about what you consume on the internet when it comes to media. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay blessed, stay positive.